I can't believe June is already upon us, and I feel like I say that every month, but time is just flying by this year, and we're almost half over. Holy moly. But before I even get into the June budget, it feels really weird getting on with business as usual right now. I know not all of my viewers are in America, but for those that are, I know a lot of people are feeling really heavy about the most recent school shooting, which is just terrible. And the stats that are coming out from that, like 200 mass shootings in this country in the last 140 days, so since the year started, which is just so crazy. And I don't know. It feels weird to talk about it. It feels weird to not talk about it, but it just like, it's really fucked up. It's really fucked up. And I feel so sad for all of the people that have lost loved ones, and particularly the last school shooting the other day where, 19 little kids and 2 adults. It just, you guys, America is falling apart, and it's just so sad to watch. It's, and I realize this has nothing to do with my channel, but it does, and because it has everything to do with everything. It's, the children in this country are no longer worried about schoolyard drama. They're training how to protect themselves if a school shooter comes in. What kind of world are we living in? And it's just so crazy. So crazy. I am a 37-year-old child-free woman that it started out by like being a financial decision and slowly has just become by choice, because how could I bring a child into this world knowing what they're going to be facing? It's sad that I am kind of mind blown every day, but not at all at this point. And it's just disgusting. And it just is, I don't know. I guess the point of this is, if you are struggling with mental health, which clearly so many people are right now, holy moly, please try to find out or find help. And I know not everyone can feasibly do that. It's a financial burden in this country because healthcare is not free, and that's also horribly sad. And I'm super privileged in the fact that I have health insurance, which is also another sad item. But to be perfectly honest with you guys, this is obviously not anything I talk about, but I started therapy this month just because of the massive burnout and stress and overwhelm I've been feeling lately. And I know that's such a privilege to be able to have done that. And I don't know, I feel like that's the one good thing my job does offer me, is some mental health benefits. But I don't know, even if you just have to speak to a friend or family member or someone, like, it just, please try to find help in any way that you can. I don't know, there's just so much hate and discontent, and it just, I don't know, we need more love, and it's fucked up. But anyway, I hope you're all doing well. That's all. Now let's get into the video. Sorry to start that on such a somber note. It's unfortunately something we're dealing with in this country right now, and I'm sure other places too, unfortunately. But I don't know, something's got to change. Back to June budget. I did make some changes this month, so let's go through them now. Okay, so June. Of course, we always start with income, and my W-2 income, my goal is always the same. $5,360 take home is always the minimum that I will make without any shift differential or overtime, but that is, yeah, it's the minimum, so it's always my baseline. And then rental income, normally cash flow would be $464.35. That's after the rent comes in and the property management team is paid, and then the mortgage is paid from that. The leftover would be $464.35. But if you guys have been following, you know I've had a lot of maintenance situations lately, and they haven't billed me yet, other than the $302 refrigerator repair, which they took from the $400 deposit I had on file with them, or on hold with them. So they will be replenishing that deposit, as well as I still have not gotten a quote or invoice from the other repairs, like I mentioned, I think it was last week in my Transfer Tuesday, but the shower head replacement that's needed, and the front and back door that don't lock, as well as the bathroom sink drain that's leaking. So none of that has been billed to me yet. So let's just say we know we're getting a $0 income from the rental property this month, which is fine. There's going to be ups and downs. Now on to expenses. My biggest expense, of course, is always my rent, which is $1,500 a month. And then electricity, I've been budgeting $60. I've already seen the bill for June, so I already know it's going to be $53.77. So it'll be a little bit under budget there, which is great. My internet, I always $39.99, so that's pretty straightforward. Fed loans, if you guys are following, you know the only loans that I have left at this point are my federal student loans with Fed loan servicing. And of course, they are still in forbearance, at least through August. We'll see. Now that we're getting closer to August, who knows what's going to happen, but right now they're at a $0 payment. And my gym membership's always $22.99 a month. Netflix, $20. Cell phone, $60. Groceries and food, I am still going to try and budget $450. You guys, gas and car wash is one of the changes that I made, because in May, when I was budgeted $60, I have filled up. Right now, as I'm filming this, it is May 26th, and I've filled up my gas tank once, and it was already over $60, so I bumped it up to $80. I know I'm going home up to Maine next week, so I'll be spending quite a bit in gas in that one trip alone, so it may even be more than $80, I don't know. Chiropractor, I always budget $40 a week. It's $160 for the month. Pet supplies, I have also made a change this month. $75 from its normal $25, just because I know I need cat food and litter for this month. I seem to skip a month with needing anything, and then the next month I'll have a bigger spend on cat things. So that's coming in June. Investing, I always have a goal of 100. Donating, I always donate 50. Spending, I usually put at 300, and that's where I left it. And then other, I normally put 0 here, but for June, I put 1,000, because if you guys have been following, you know I'm going on a trip in July, and I'm so very excited. So I already, in April and May, I've already purchased the Airbnb and my flight. And then I just recently purchased my best friend's flight. I'm flying her up from Florida to meet me in Virginia to join me for this delightful girls trip. I'm very excited. So I just recently bought her plane ticket, and I've reserved the rental car. And those two items are pretty well going to equal $1,000. So since I don't have a travel fund yet, I will be just putting it in the other category for now. So I'm guessing about $1,000. And then debt, of course. Those student loans. We're sitting at $160,700.22 owed. I have not been paying on them since I dropped like $25,200 back in December, and then the forbearance got extended, so I am just continuing to save for those, of course. And as of the end of May now, I have $14,700 saved so far. I know you guys haven't seen that updated value yet in a Transfer Tuesday video, but that is coming on Tuesday, which is coming out the last day of the month of May. So you guys will see that transfer. So hopefully my goal every month is to save $2,500 to my student loans, just because I have the $30,000 goal for 2022 overall, which is $2,500 a month, and I've been kind of behind, and I'll probably be behind in June again as well, just because of the spending money that I'm spending on my trip. But we're just, we're doing some self-love and recognizing that we need a break and a timeout lately, and it can't all be saving all the time and all goal-oriented all the time, so I'm okay with it. Whatever. All right, so we're still currently at 14,700. And then, of course, my sinking funds. My emergency fund is currently sitting at 1,300. That may change again before the end of May, so that may be different when I actually go to start June. In fact, it should be different because Tuesday, the last day of May, I am doing another little transfer to that as well. That just happens to be where it's at the moment. And of course, my car, vet, and medical fund is still at 0, and travel fund is at 0. I'm just bankrolling this travel trip out of pocket for now, and then hopefully soon I can start investing to that. And then my Roth for 2022, I have so far contributed $450 for the year, which is low, but again, it's just not my top priority, so it's okay. It's all right with me. But overall, that's it for June. And of course, I did add these total columns just because it was a suggestion from a viewer on my last budget video, which makes total sense. And I should have done that before, just so I can keep track as the month goes, or when the month is complete, rather, whether I'm drastically over or drastically under budget. So we'll see how it goes. But that is it for June. Really just a couple of changes to the budget overall. Thank you, inflation, and self-induced traveling, which I am all for. I am very excited, very much looking forward to this vacation. So I know we're here for the finances and being full on saving all the time, but you guys, life is not about that. And certainly recent events are unfortunately bringing a lot of things into perspective. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're getting help if you need it. I know I do. I'm all for admitting that, and I very much am going to be making a video very soon, which I had already planned to do, but about my experience with burnout and just kind of hitting a mental wall with that. Not that it even compares to the other shit going on, which is not that you need to compare your mental health struggles with anyone else's. That's not what I'm getting at. But I think regardless of your life, your background, what you have going on, what you're sharing with the world, it's really important to make sure you're not always portraying it as sunshine and rainbows. And I try to be brutally honest with you guys. You all know I hate my job very, very much, and it kills me on the inside. And I've just had head down, eye on the prize of intensely paying off my debt to get away from the job. But even I can recognize that that's not the best way to be, especially when you're years on end now. It's been over 4 years I've had this job, and my last actual vacation was 2019, and I never let myself take a minute to stop and relax and just be in the present moment with life and look back at how far I've come and what an amazing job I've done. You know, sometimes I need to remind myself, hey, you have paid over $70,000 worth of debt in the last 4 years, plus saved another almost $15,000, plus bought an investment property. Like, you, as much as I can get down with myself and frustrated that, you know, I'm not on track for my $30,000 savings goal this year. So, I've done huge things in the last 4 years, huge financial leaps and bounds forward. And I do not always take the time to stop, recognize, and give myself praise for that. And you have to, or it's just gonna do nothing but create like a toxic environment in here, if that makes sense, in my opinion. And I know I haven't been super healthy upstairs as a result. So, you know, it's fine. Like, I'm a goal-oriented person as it is, but I need to take the moments of respite and reflection and just give myself a little freaking credit, you know, and really, I don't know, stop and smell the roses. That was really cheesy, but you know what I mean. Again, my heart is so heavy for all of the people that have lost loved ones in this most recent elementary school shooting and every shit thing that has happened. Every shit thing. It's just senseless. So senseless. So you can't control, per se, what's going on in the world around you, but you absolutely need to try your best to control what's up here. And again, I know I'm off topic for my channel right now, but it just is a huge weight on everybody's heart right now. So it just, if you can hear it from every angle possible, I'm here to help. You know, you gotta love yourself. So that's all. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means the world to me. Again, I hope you're staying healthy. I hope you're staying safe. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.